Greetings from my car. Today we are testing out some affirmations and positive thinking to combat anxiety, like a science experiment. Hi there, I'm Kim. I'm trying to do better for myself and my fellow humans and for my planet. If wellness and better feelings, personal growth type stuff is something that you are into, feel free to subscribe with the button down below. It's like 1,000 degrees outside, so the AC is blasting and there's road noise, so it's loud in here. I feel like one of those newscasters in like bad weather. Yes, we are indeed experiencing a hurricane, and you can tell because I'm standing in it. Why do they make them do that? Anyway, I feel like that I'm like yelling at you. I have obsessive compulsive disorder, and today we are driving on a very specific road that gives me a lot of anxiety, thus causing me to ritualize pretty much an infinity amount of times. It's unpleasant. I don't like it. But we've been talking a lot about it with my therapist. We love Chris. And we have come up with a plan for today to see if I can just be a little cooler about it. I feel like there's a few things I just want to explain, which was I didn't do very well in the car. But now that I'm in a nice and controlled environment, we can like chat about what exactly is happening here on this car ride. Let's start with why this car ride was so anxiety inducing. First, I just have a driving anxiety in general. Pretty okay as a passenger in a vehicle. But I still get real nervous about scary things happening in cars. I just don't do well in cars, which is funny because I hate flying, and so when we travel, I prefer to travel by car, but like, look, very little makes sense in Kimland, okay? We just ride the wave. Having OCD, when something triggers a certain kind of anxiety or certain thoughts for me, I have to ritualize to basically bring myself back to a place of safety, to make me feel safe. I'm not going to dive into the whole everything and the this and the that's and what the ritual is and yada yada. Talking about it gives me a lot of anxiety, and then I have to ritualize, and it just gets into this really nasty cycle that I don't like. And it's personal. When driving, I'm often doing my mental ritual that I do compulsively. Can't really stop it. That's OCD. Great. Not great. Anyway, that car ride in particular is one of car trauma. We experienced trauma in the car on that road 2 weeks ago. Very recently. We hit a deer. I don't even like saying that. Oh my god, I hate that. 2 weeks ago. On that same road, same time of day, doing the exact same thing. Picking my daughter up from grandma's house. I know we broke it. I know we broke the deer, and my heart, I can't. I hate everything about the fact that it happened. I hate that it happened. I hate everything that happened, and the whole everything, and everything in that scenario was bad and terrible, and I hate it. We were safe. This road is windy, mountain up and cliff sides and things like that, and so that can be a really scary situation. That's just all there really is to say about it. I don't like talking about it. My husband is a fantastic driver and kept us safe and would keep us safe if we were in a scarier part of the road. Thankfully, we were going through town, the little town. We weren't on a cliff or anything. Needless to say, that road is scary. I don't like it. But that's the context. That's why this was a big deal. The first thing we're going to try is affirmations. So I have like some safety affirmations that I can just kind of keep saying to myself and helping myself stay in the present, you know, that kind of thing. I have my feel-good mantra of we're all gonna be okay. When I say that to you, it's for my benefit as much as it is for yours. So when I say that to you at the end of the video, it's for all of us. And I also have saltine crackers because the combination of the anxiety and the windy twistiness of the mountain road always makes me super sick to my stomach. So hopefully that will help with that. And we have my normal compulsive ritual that I do in my head all the time. Anyway, so we have all of those tools, weapons, whatever you want to call them, to help this experience be less exhausting and scary and traumatic for me. And then my therapist and I kind of came up with a genius idea to film it, so it is really like a true documented experiment to see if it works, which also kind of helps the situation go from being something super scary to something that is both super scary and also slightly exciting, because I'm often very excited to film and it just changes the vibe of the whole everything. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing. That's what we're trying. I'm gonna bring you with me. We're gonna see how it goes. And I always have my, fun and not at all tiring sarcasm OCD ritual that I can do in my head if things go. Anyway, we're not even gonna talk about that. We have an out if need be. If we're just feeling too anxious, and we can just try some things to see if I ritualize less and feel slightly better, and then if I can just be cool. So here we go. It started raining, so that is less optimal. Alright, we have passed a major trigger point. But we're doing okay. I'm doing better than I expected, so I think it's helping, but we're only 25% of the way through this thing, so. We got stuck behind a slow person, and now I have been offered some brief relief on this road. But my husband's internally screaming.
You're blaming all your anxieties on me, because that's what it sounds like.
I would never do that. No, you just drive at the speed limit, which is inappropriate according to me. I think the speed limits are too high. That's my argument. It's not you. You're just following the law.
I can't even get to the speed limits most of the time on this road.
That's not true at all. But thanks for throwing me a bone. We made it to what I call the straight part, because now we're off the scary, windy mountain road and we're just on the straight back road.
Country roads, West Virginia.
Country roads, West Virginia. Straight. And we're not that nauseated. The crackers helped. I also grabbed a limoncello LaCroix because I'm fancy. Victory! We made it! We made it to the destination. We're going to pick up Rue, the child. And then the really interesting thing is we then get to do this all again and drive home on the same road. Again. We're halfway there, but we're doing okay. We're keeping our cool. Child acquired. She's eating a cookie.
Oreo.
Delicious. Round 2, here we go. Better, but we're not freaking out. I don't know. Oh, poor things. We're out of the curve. We can just go around them, but dive into the trees, Mama. I know. We're sensitive. In other news, a couple of redneck cowboys just threw a snake at us. Don't mind creepy in the back seat. We made it off the scary road and now we're going to the McDonald's. I'm just hungry. I got a lot of thoughts and feelings and we will talk about it. We will talk about it. But we made it. Sigh of relief. So how did it go? Not how I expected. I either thought I'd have to abandon the whole affirmation, we're all gonna be okay mantra like within the first 15 minutes, or it was gonna be some kind of groundbreaking, wow, I didn't have to ritualize once. Neither of those things happened. Let's see if I was smart enough to take notes. Oh my gosh, I did. Oh, I'm a genius. To be completely honest, I think the most helpful thing was the fact that before I say an affirmation or before I kind of calm myself with the we're all gonna be okay, I always take a really big deep breath. We're all gonna be okay. That's how that goes. Big deep breaths all the way from my toes, sucking air in through my belly button kind of breath. And then I kind of put out whatever affirmation I'm going with that day or that moment or whatever. I think, honestly, that those big deep breaths helped more than anything else, which I hadn't even considered. That's great. Feeling better is good. That was an interesting piece of research I got. That was an interesting factual find. Big deep breaths make me feel better. Duh! I should have put that together sooner, but here we are. I was pleased to find that I could use just breathing / breath work, whatever you want, however you want to label that, as a tool. It's another, it's another weapon in my armory of stuff to fight OCD with. Tools if you want to be less violent about it. Saying the affirmation really helped me get back to the present, because so often anxiety is such a future-oriented thing. I need to get out of the past and I need to get out of the future and I need to be where I am right now. My affirmation was, my family is safe. That was my affirmation. And they are. Like, it's not, it just is. Like, that is. And the more I consciously think the words and say the words out loud, the more I start to believe them. Yay. That helped. And I was able to pull myself out of a ritual sometimes. Not every time, not nearly every time. A few times, some of the times. And that was really cool. Didn't happen too many times, but it happened a few times. And that is a big deal. That's a big deal. Lastly, I want to say, as the results of this experiment, because I told myself we're all gonna be okay with that big cleansing breath so many times, I'm legit starting to believe it. We'd gone there and back, and towards the last, I don't know, half an hour of it, I really was like, we're all right. Like, we are gonna be okay. Like, maybe we really are gonna be okay. I know that that's like because we were coming towards the end, we were on the home stretch, like we were, it's easy to say it then. And it is, like, you're right. It was different. It was like, we're all right. We're gonna be okay. We can handle things. We're gonna be okay. That was cool. When you say it enough, you really do believe it. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. That's so exciting to me. I'm just so delighted that I was able to get to that place, even though it took me so long. We got there, and that's cool. I'm not saying I'm liberated, but there's a glimmer of hope. That's what we'll say. Maybe we're all gonna be okay. To what I said earlier, I don't just say that for my benefit, but for your benefit as well, so that you can hear it and that you can also start to believe it, that we're all gonna be okay. We're all gonna be okay. Let me know in the comments below if you need me to tell you that personally and specifically, because I will. And also, I love you. That's my experience. If you want more wellness or fitness type stuff, you can click or tap right up here. For just more of my face, you can click or tap right down here. Thank you so much for being here and for going through this with me. And remember, we're all gonna be okay.